Diana from Diana Drager Designs, doing some Mother's Day pieces for some special mothers. Some friends have asked me if I would create something for their mother and mother-in-law, so I'm absolutely happy to do that. And back in the day, you used to have to do like 200, so doing a few is just kind of fun. So I have a couple that I'm going to do that are very similar, and using a 11-inch tall classic urn vase. I've put the packet of preservative in. It holds about 2 quarts, so I've used the bigger package and measured according to the directions so that we get the optimum use out of that preservative. And these are going to be kind of wowness, so big and airy and just like luscious and wonderful. So here we go. Let's go for it. I'm starting out with some foliage. I've done the plant thing again. I've picked up all the flowers at Trader Joe's, but there was a little bit of a limited foliage selection. So I've done some plant trimming and going to do that. And it works out really great. They last long and it's all good. This is called Podocarpus. It's a dark green, kind of drapey foliage. There was lots of it, so it's going to do really well for us here. And it has all the things I like. It's drapey, it's full, it's got some neat color, neat green color. And I'm careful about saying always and never, but I always use more than one type of foliage. I've figured that out for sure. That's an always. Always and another always is putting the stems so that they cross like this, especially in a glass vase. So I guess there'd be some exceptions to that always, but depending on the design style. But for a vase, the stems are going to be always intersecting and crossing so that the flowers are held up. I'm adding another plant. This is called a Chinese evergreen or aglaonema, and it's the Marie variety. The plant wasn't in great shape anymore, but there were a few pieces that looked great, still really nice. So they're going to be part of our design. I've cut the stems already. Okay, and I've actually cut this and trimmed it a little bit so that it's not quite so thick, because I need room for all my fabulous flowers that are going in here. So here's just some foliage. It looks like a plant in a vase, kind of. And next, a little bit of the Silver Dollar Eucalyptus. I love the shade of green that it has and the airy quality. It's kind of a filler and a green at the same time. Always cutting the stems at an angle. And these I'm going to be putting around the kind of the perimeter, and I'll stick the taller one kind of down into the center as well. I just love it. Love it, love it. Doing a design with a lot of foliage gives you gives you really a good amount of flexibility. I mean, you can make the arrangement really pretty with just the foliage and just add a few blooms. You can just pick up a little bit of something, whatever your favorites are, and keep the foliage going and just add in a few stems of something, and then when those fade, the arrangement still looks pretty. You still have all the foliage. So try that. I think you'll enjoy it. It's kind of fun. Just always encouraging everyone, to enjoy flowers often. Keep it simple. Treat yourself, treat friends, others, relatives, and enjoy them often. You don't have to go crazy and spend a fortune, but just enjoy them simply and often. You know, flowers are a great gift for people who are in that stage in life where you don't really want more stuff, and you've got so much stuff around, and flowers just give us joy, and they're wonderful, but then they go away, and then you don't have stuff sitting around. So here we are, just foliage. A really nice mix of foliage. The next player are going to be the Oriental lilies. If there's no allergies, then Oriental lilies are going to be part of the design. They just are. And they're going to make a great statement in this piece because we want that wow factor. Now these are called Siberia. They're a white Oriental. Let's take a lovely sweet scent. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous. I'm going to remove the anthers, these little guys. They come out really easy. And when the flower is just opening is the time to take those out. They will stain the flower, and then they get on your hands, and because when they develop they get fuzzy and they kind of rusty colored, and then they'll stain the flower. We don't want all that on this gorgeous white bloom. So this guy isn't open enough yet, although I may look down in there and try to get those out too. But this is going to be the first star of the show here. The Oriental lilies last crazy long. They're wonderful. Trader Joe's has the group of 3 stems for, I think it's like $6.99. It's an incredible value, and they're super great quality. So don't hesitate. I mean, just 3 stems of lilies and some cool foliage and you're good. It's stunning. Okay. Another beautiful stem. Has 2 lovely blooms, and everything opens. The buds will open. That's why they're so incredible. Okay, so look how cool this is with just the lilies and the foliage. It's already really, really pretty beautiful. I have 1 stem, because I bought a couple of packages and they come in 3s, so I have 1 stem of this double pink, so I'm going to use this one in here as well. And I think this bud on the side is so long and it's pretty close to the bottom, so I'm going to cut that guy off and see if I can use it down in the vase as well. So I think this will work best for the design. And you know what, the big one is actually broken, so I'm going to cut that guy off too, but use it. I'm going to use it towards the base of the design, and I'll use this bud stem taller. Put that up here. So we're going to use it all for sure. Really sweet, very soft scent on the pink. Very, very soft. Not too heavy at all, but lovely. So these buds I'm putting way at the base, and they'll open, and as the rest of everything develops, they'll get to do their show also, play their part. Okay, so here we have the lilies. The next lovely actress as part of the show are the peonies, and these are the Coral Charm peonies. Beautiful, really beautiful. And I'm going to use those kind of down low. They will probably not last as long as the other flowers, so when they start to fade, they can be popped out, and they'll be fine. The rest of the design will be fine. They'll be missed, but everything else will be okay. I'm removing a little bit of the foliage, and sometimes when there's knobs sticking out from the foliage, I cut that off as well to keep the stem clean as I'm finding a spot for it. Turning it a little bit so I can come in a balance off of the other one on the other side of the design. I like to make